New York Subliners with a bunch of the rotations versus Optic Texas, but they could not set up properly and they were getting easily broken in. But that's 3 early kills going their way. They should have some free time before Minnesota even get into play.
Yeah, we'll see if Rokkr can start to make a bit of a dent in this setup. Solid work so far here from New York, but Bance making some plays in the back lines. We'll see what much more he can do, and not a whole lot. Eventually evaporated, and from there, NYSL can begin to focus their attention over toward the bar. Kismet, quick work, nearly finds 3, sets up Hydra there for the 4th. Excellent stuff out of the gates here from the Subliners.
And now with only 30 seconds left, if you are Rokkr, you have to make the decision. Any of those kills. So now with 3 being down, New York are already off the rotation. Kismet has that dead silence invested. He cuts off Fame. Hydra wins 1 off the spawn as well. So that only leaves 1 player from Minnesota on this side of the map. It's going to be Cammy with his hands full. He does take down 2, and now his teammates are here to assist him.
That's massive, and now it sets up his teammate to win the 1v1. Excellent job there from Cammy, and now Bance is the sole man alive in the hard point. Also has reinforcement
for it indeed, my friend. Finally, even with them being 3 down, the last player is able to get in the point. Benjamin Bance wins the 1-on-1. He wins the 2nd as well. Can't find the trade on the Priester, but he sets up Afro to find the final one. So final 15 going in favor of the Rokkr. Now going to force New York off that early rotation towards double deaths. Skies finds the first, Kismet finds the 2nd. It should allow New York to get set up properly the way that they want to get some good time. New York spawning all the way at the old hill. So Minnesota Rokkr have some time to work with. Currently down by 20. Every single angle. Watch. Fame starts it off with the first. All out pressure from New York towards the backside of Shandy. Bance wins another one before he does get shut down. But now New York, they potentially set up a pinch. Look where Kismet's going.
Kismet trying to make his way through the back. Able to toy for 1 on the Fame. Make it 2. Great work coming in from the Bulldog. Barks his way. He started at the beginning of the season in Raleigh for Rokkr. Just trying to pull off something special, man. Trying to make, I guess, a bit of a miracle run considering how their Major 3 went. Obviously, Major 4 started things off nicely with Fame when it came down to that Major, or rather when it came down to their home series. But from there, not a whole lot of answers. 10 seconds is what decides this after the first side. And I got to say, man, Rokkr hanging with them.
Yeah, Rokkr hanging in. Do exactly what they need to do. Keep P6 scrappy towards the top plat, but now it's back to the P1 to P2 chamber. New York had a lot of success first go around. That's already 3 dead in the feed. Last player up is going to be Bance. He gets cut down by P-Dog. Clean 4 dead. But now with all the spawns on, with the trying to spoil the party early, but Hydra still remains. Excellent 2 kills, cutting down half of the Minnesota Rokkr as they begin to spawn on out. 1 player left in the back is going to be Bance, and it could be Hydra, who is there to take him down as well. Not going to happen. Bance remains. He still stays alive. This is exactly the kind of plays he was making yesterday to get the comeback versus Seattle Surge, but his teammates are not finding any kills. He can't waste all the time singing towards the back.
He's like front of storage. I got needed. Storage is out. Yeah, storage is out.
Yo, Loki, I'm gonna help you. I'm helping you, right? I'm helping you.
He's mid-death, Afro. He's just sneaking mid-death. I have a streak too.
Top from right there.
No. He's top bed, right?
That's him.
Alright, look over me. I'm gonna get out square.
Got it, peeking. I can't.
Nothing mid.
Give me a second.
Pitch engine.
D1 and D2. Peeking right and D1.
Alright, I'm watching it.
Push out square. Nice. He was right side D2.
I don't see P2, yo. I'm back P2 steps. It might spawn secret or mid.
Yeah.
Yo, got it right now, guys.
P2 steps dead.
No trophy. One's middle. Middle.
I'm holding secret, bro. They can be P2.
From mid.
I'm in the back.
One bed right now, Afro.
I'll get top.
He's coming out. Info and Info and cheers. Take it. I spawned
one's P2 steps.
How often does it, right? We're talking about a hotel hard point. Feels like Tuscan P1 back in Vanguard. Shades of it without a doubt, but Rokkr, they need to find a break. It's got to be essential. It's going to happen now. Priesta watching Hydra's back, or rather, watching his front. A clean 3 down as Cammy, the sole man that stays alive, trying to make a bit of a dent in the setup, but he quickly gets wiped away. NYSL, less than 15.
It might be all over here. Minnesota have to try to find a break. They have no cruise missiles. You got to spend those attacks to get rid of those trophies, but this is their last push. New York just have to hold on.
They do indeed. However, all 3 players are here. Cammy and Afro able to put down a few, and with that, NYSL cleared off the board. Rokkr, of course, cannot win it. Do they make one last effort at it? It looks like they will not. Vending to go for the rotation. And we'll see how it pans out. This is massive right now for Rokkr. But how about the dolphin dive that comes in from Fame in YSL? Instantly have to focus, have to be prepared. But right now, with the way the spawns are going, oh, Priesta gets killed. Cammy fights too, but there's not gonna be a player who's able to find Kismet.
The default setup. But it's looking like New York are going to try to be the aggressors in this situation. Kismet with a great frag takes down Afro for the first blood. And now you got to put a move on it. You already have Bance that crosses towards bedroom. This is the opportunity where you can get that bomb down and try to play for the clutch.
Fame still trying to be careful. Nobody currently watching over at couches. That's exactly where Skies was hiding. Gets that one down, and now here comes New York on the retake. An instant kill comes in from Cammy. Fame giving some intel that I believe it's Hydra in the back. That is a lovely 2-for-1 that goes the way of Minnesota, and now Sky's left all by himself. Pop's dead silent.
Minnesota.
Now make it a 2v3. Player 4, player 7. Ones to look at. Kismet, can he find Afro? No, he can't find anything. Does get some intel, so he's able to give information over to his squad mates on where the attack is about to loot from. 25 seconds. Priesta, excellent beams. A bomb plant, a kill. Oh, nearly a close quarter one as well. Afro brought low. Now has to chase down Skies. Where is Caesar? Hiding. You know he loves that spot over at the desk. Run, Caesar. Run. Afro. No, able to find him. How in the world did Skies just win that? Vance will pop Deddy. Meanwhile, bomb still yet to get planted. Afro does get all the information that he wants. As New York run right into the trap, they at least find one for their efforts.
So now it's a 3v3, and if you are Minnesota Rokkr, you can potentially try to put this bomb down and rotate it over towards B and trying to get it down. And Kismet already decides to strike. He takes down Bance. The only player puts up towards bedroom. Bomb carrier, bomb planter is still alive. He gets out with his life. Fame actually plants the bomb, runs right back through main arch, and he's able to find two to now put Kismet in a 1v2. Everybody throws a shoulder. You just want to stay alive, waste as much of this clock as possible, but Kismet actually hops on it.
There's no way. There's no way, Fame. Oh my God. He was close. Fame and Cammy want to be back-to-back, want to work together, and what is ultimately going to be a 2v3 retake.
Yeah, this is the perfect setup, though. You have Skies who's watching the cross. The only thing he can't spot is if they go super deep through the back of their spawn, and I thought he was in a great position, but Fame reads it, instantly turns it to a 2v2. So now both players from New York trapped inside the kitchen. They're trying to get a couple wall bangs, and Fame gets another one onto Hydra. So now it's Priesta left in the 1v2.
P-Dog, 28 seconds, trying to defend in Rokkr. A 2v3 retake. And I'll be honest, Jay, it just feels like
different beasts in search and destroy so far. Hydra with another first blood. Hydra with two. You shut down Fame, but at least he does earn that cruise.
Exactly right. So you do walk away with at least one positive if you're Rokkr. If it's not going to be the round ultimate, at least you do have that streak moving into the future of this game. But I mean, it just feels like 2v3s. I mean, this is what has been Minnesota's specialty so far.
Yeah.
Big kill's about to be inbound. That bomb is rotating over, and New York are ready for it.
That's another 1v1 gunfight. It's a 3v2. Let's just simply play trades, but Afro's able to take down Kismet. Now the bomb is going to get planted over towards B4 free. And at least you stall out enough for that time. So now let Hydra earn that dead silence to be the playmaker. Wraps his way all the way into Diner. Skies also pops his Deddy as well. This is a double push from the front side.
The Hydra, wonderful timing, able to catch out Cammy. Afro now, Soul Man alive onto this. He's actually found up close. He's found up close. Oh my God.
They tried to cross the bed, that guy was getting cut down, but every time they tried to go for the plant, it was the wall banks coming in from the ARs as Cammy's able to take down Priesta. Bomb does not get planted. And now Dead Silence does get invested. You allow Bance to make the play, takes down Skies. 3v2 now, but you still have to be worried about where Hydra is, because now he's right behind you.
Yeah, for Rokkr, it's just always a player you got to be aware of, a player you got to be conscious of. Kismet found, and now Hydra, Dead Silence beginning to deplete. 20 seconds, and that bomb is left over at A. Such a tall task, and he's gonna get found out. Rokkr coming up clutch again.
That's just a perfect game plan.
Round. New York trying to go clutch. Bance does make the dolphin dive, so NYSL are aware of the fact that Bance is now going to be in their base somewhere. Where's he decided to hide? And Afro, talk about a spot. where he needs to go clutch. The utility is out. He knows that the jump is going to be there. Tosses out a nade, singles out one. He can go for the challenge on this guy's pretty much for free. Oh, wonderful work coming in from Rokkr. They set the trap. In CDL history, funny enough, the other player was actually part of Minnesota Rokkr, Standy, back in Cold War, but he has just been such an excellent addition to this roster. As we said earlier, the coaching staff, so thrilled with his gameplay. He is the glue for the team. He is the constant communicator, somebody who's willing to be unselfish, an SMG in challengers, and now an AR here in the CDL. Incredible work. As now we'll see if Rokkr can close things out with man advantage.
40 seconds on the clock. Afro in a great position to at least spot this player on the cross towards bomb. The trophy system is going to be down, so Kismet can potentially get out with his life, and he does so. But Bance immediately finds him. Priesta there for the trade. 2v3 now.
The big dolphin dive from Afro sets things up. And yep, another kill. Priesta, last man alive. A 1v3, instantly on the defuse. Can P-Dog go big? The answer is no. Rokkr answer back. Pound Fame having himself a map. I don't know if I would just give fist bumps to that guy. I think I'd give him a good old kiss on the cheek for a series or for a map like that.
Oh, well, that might just be you, my friend. I don't know if I'm doing that, but that was definitely
into this fight. But you do have Kismet currently on that objective. Skies on Overwatch. Great work from those two. Time paused. First tick nearly in.
First tick is about to be complete, but Cammy and Bance, they combine for 2 bits. The playmaker with the TAC 56 is able to take down Kismet as well. All ready to push, has been shut down. Only 30 seconds left for the Subliners to try to get aggressive up through field. Priesta with the snap onto Afro. Hydra finds a second, but as long as you keep trading these kills, Minnesota are setting themselves up to walk up with this defense. Final push coming in from New York, and right now the positioning of Skies is so crucial.
It absolutely is. And I do not believe that Rokkr have any idea that he's going to be here. I know a few of these spawns maybe give that away. Time paused. Yep, nobody's turning around. However, they're still finding the kills. Everybody found the kills that they needed to, and now Skies is left up a stream without a paddle, without a chance. Rokkr cleared the board. Team spree is currently at 9. Priesta having himself a map, one away from the cruise missile, as this round is surely going to go the way of the Subliners.
And it's a big kill if you can earn it. Yes, he does. Big one-on-one versus Afro to earn that cruise. He also runs out of bullets in his tag. So this is probably a round where Priesta did not die a lot, but he's able to secure that cruise missile, dominate the right side of the map, only allow 2 segments to the Rokkr. Priesta wins another one. Priesta wins 2, and now the 2 stack is going to be it.
Yeah, Priesta is a man on fire. 17 and 9. Hydra finds another massive cutoff kill. Cammy, the sole man behind enemy lines, able to drop 1, get some information for the squad mates, but all he can do is really watch from afar, hope that his teammate can come up clutch. Goes top shelf, wipes away Caesar, and from there, New York get another segment, but my God, it felt like they should have got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, you cannot lose those gunfights to Cammy. You were set up for him to jump out of the window, with you not taking him down. He earns himself a cruise missile on that streak. Goes for the chow onto Skies. Eventually does get cut off. But now
with it, we continue to fight.
Yeah, Cammy's just trying to get them to scatter a little bit. Try to make an opening for Bance, who's staying alive towards Yellow Shack, but eventually does get cut down by Kismet. So New York had the opportunity to get the stack going. That's already 2 ticks in. You drop Fame. Priesta finds another one onto Afro. The stack is going to be in. Cammy, the only player here, and the Subliners able to walk away with the attacking
only
round.
8 lives left for Minnesota, and not a dent has been made over at that B zone. Fame trying to get things going right now for the squad. Player number 7 in Kismet absolutely is going to be an issue. The first wave that they have to clear. Bance able to find one on Disguise. Can he remain intact? Can he stay alive? As here comes Minnesota, the final push.
This is the final push. You have to make these kills count. If you are New York, just play your corners, make the kills a lot more difficult as Hydra strikes first. Afro there with the trade. They know there's a couple more players up towards the white trucks. Afro at least finds 2, but now the rest of his teammates are off spawn. There's only 2 players here for Minnesota. Bance and Afro, the SMG duo, have to try to do it all. Bance gets cut down, and with only 4 seconds left, and looking like New York are gonna hold on.
It looks like they are. It looks like they are. Fame
getting the spawns over towards P2. But Rokkr have the ability to climb back into this game. They can find an early break again.
Yeah, they absolutely can. And I think you bring up a really good point, right, about Afro. I want to say there was the last time these teams met, it was a game 4. However, it wasn't on Fortress, it was on Mercado. And Afro has like a 13 and 25 performance. You need him now to go off for the squad. And seeing the boys will look to try to make a break over at P2. Currently in control of NYSL, and Skies snaking his heart out, having a wonderful time in the back lines. Eventually drops Bakami. Put that Vaznev to good use, trying to run wild. Hydra eventually able to tame the beast, but Rokkr continue to force their way through the front.
Rokkr right through the front. Vance, more specifically, he's able to find that remaining junk time. And now off the rotation, it can start to get a little bit scary. Kismet finds another 2. Skies already puts himself in a position towards the back. He takes down 1. Kismet is here to strike. You find the trade onto Fame, and that's full rotation going to the Subliners. Kismet only 1 kill off for earning that cruise missile. A perfect start to this hard point.
Oh, heavens. Hydra as well. Insane work. That is just perfection. Out of the Subliners, have the scraps. We'll go for the roto. Wonderful plays and heads up work coming in from Caesar as New York continue to set this hard point in place. Kismet not able to drop Bance. However, thankfully the teammates are there from the front. Now the push comes. Hydra drops once more. However, it is again the rest of the teammates, the bodies, outweighing the bullets in this occasion. Excellent work for New York. Handling things, handling business. One player left up in the back. Actually, a few close spawns come in. Still a very formidable fight with 20 seconds to go. Bance able to take it. Big 20 for Rokkr as we rotate now toward cannons.
Finally, Rokkr are able to break their way in. They were getting those close spawns towards those double doors for a long time, but only able to find about 20 seconds over towards P3. And now you put yourself in the trap. Hydra and Skies so far pushed up on the map. They're creating those layers. Keep their teammates safe at the new hill.
They've got a few players working their way through the back. However, Afro ends up dropping. Yeah, it's all on to Fame, and the back lines did what he could. And with 30 seconds left, I mean, you can already be very happy with how this hardpoint has gone. If you are a Subliner fan, Priesta having another phenomenal, at least start to this hardpoint. And there you go, a cruise missile nearly snaps onto 3 in a row. Skies finishes his work. New York up by 100 already.
Block that spawn. So all of Rokkr are going to continuously spawn over towards street. Have to try to locate where Kismet is. That's the first job done. But now it's all about taking these guys off the point where none of these angles are pretty easy to get them down.
Yeah, it just feels like, man, every time a player from New York dies, there's instantly somebody there to grab the trade. I mean, just every single location. I mean, look at the numbers right now across the board. Hydra 14 and 8, Skies 15 and 8. Priesta having a great game. Kismet 14 and 11. That's your objective guy. That's the guy who's trying to get the trades, or they're trying to set you up for the trades. Impeccable stuff so far from the Subliners, but Rokkr, they've got to dig deep. They've made crazier comebacks previously. Can they do it?
I'm holding left, by the way.
Yeah, bench.
I can call you maps.
left. Okay.
No, they can come left. They can come
Yeah,
left.
I'm trying to look left. I'm trying to look your left. One
Top,
top
top,
up.
top.
Top out. Dead.
Nice. Okay.
One map's dead. One shot on the left. P5.
Is he
Stay
staying?
down. P5. No maps. P5. P5. Let's go. Let's go to P5.
You want to block off spawn, Ben?
Yeah, go. They
Okay,
could
yo,
have
cross open.
I'm watching left. I'm watching left. You got it?
Yeah, open.
Dead. It was Priest on the left. Priest on the left. Dead.
Top out.
Go.
One shot. One shot.
Yes, just set up.
Top maps. Top maps.
Bottom mark, can they?
No.
Already in open. Skies. Spray him back steps. Skies, last guy open, okay?
One bottom map. Spawn
Yo, I spawned out.
Low art.
I spawned out.
Nice.
I spawned out.
They spawn P5.
Nice. Last guy.
Skies, close.
I'm one shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you fast.
Once I open. I'm absolutely.
The only player here for Rokkr. He does get sniffed out by Priesta. New York Subliners are also getting that remaining 20 seconds at the old hill. So this might be a situation where if Rokkr don't find the break, New York will potentially be able to close out the game. They're still trying to fight this whole time. They're trying to get Skies off. They do so for 5 seconds, but it's all about this break. Can they find it on one of the more difficult hills in the CDL?
That was a huge 1v1 as well. It's Kismet who's able to win. Also, like we said, finding the trade. Hydra, in the meantime, also just earned a cruise missile. So even if Rokkr do cause a bit of a stir, cause a bit of havoc, they at least have that to rely upon, or really just throughout the remainder of this game. Minnesota trying to cling on to anything, any small advantage, any break, any kill. Means so much right now for the squad. Vance at least able to find one, but still 30 seconds to fight for. And right now, New York are in prime position to have it all.
Yeah, New York, Rokkr have to try to play some flawless hard points to try to climb back on in. First line of defense is Vance. He does get sniffed out. Hydra has a cruise missile. Pretty sure everyone on Subliners has a cruise missile to work with. But so far, Rokkr, 10 seconds in, not a single player from Subliners past that 50-point mark.
It's really not a matter of if it'll happen. It's just a matter of when. What will Rokkr do to answer? All players from New York making their way in toward the back. All 4 strong. Is this the final break of the game? It very well could. They absolutely can win it here. Minnesota trying to cause some problems, but Hydra not having any of it. Double positive finally hits the dust, but that very well could be the game.
That could be the game. All of Rokkr spawning all the way across the map. All you have to do is hold down to one more push. 5 seconds. Subliners call series.
Well, just a few seconds away. Is this the moment for New York? Yes, it is! NYSL, welcome back to a Champs Sunday.
Joined by Kismet from the New York Subliners. What's going on, Bulldog? What's happening? Good win. You just got a win against the Minnesota Rokkr. How's it feel?
Feeling good. I mean, obviously, it feels good to go to a Sunday. Top 4. Obviously, we wanted to stay in winners because you obviously have that, like, something to fall back on, but you know, it sucked that we lost to them, but they're obviously a good team. We learned a lot, and I think it kind of showed in this match. We kind of showed a lot of resilience, which is good for us because, I mean, they smoked us in winners, and then we come back and answer like that is really good, I guess. So.
Yeah, I mean, after you lost the first series, I mean, what was the mindset like with the squad?
I mean, we brushed it off. I mean, we went back there and I was talking to him and I pointed out, like, I think 3 things that were like big picture.
Right.
That was like, if we change this, it'll help us going forward. But outside of that, I was like, anything small, minute, gunfights, whatever, like, I don't care. Like, it is what it is. It happens. And we just focus on those like small or those big picture things and not really focus on like, oh, we could have won this gunfight or we could have done this rotation or whatever. Like, we'd be fine. And I'm glad that we were able to show the good, and so we're good.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of big picture, I mean, you guys won the first major of this season.
Yeah.
I know you guys have had your ups and downs. What, like, specifically have you guys been working on? Because I feel like a lot of people are just like, where's the New York Subliners that won the first tournament?
I think our biggest thing is, like, let me think. Like, consistency, if that makes sense. I know it's, like, broad, but it's, like, we're really bad right now about, like, we'll play one day and we look like the best freaking team in the world. And then we play the next day and we just look like, who are these guys? Why are they, why are they a top dog team? And I think right now we're just trying to figure out a game plan that makes sense, that is just consistent, and then we'll build from it. And I think we've been doing a really good job with it. Right now, our biggest flaw right now is when we get in those situations where, I guess, our backs are against the wall, we're really bad about, like, getting ourselves out of that, and that's what our main focus is right now. And that's what I talked to them in the back after Optic, because I was like those guys brought it to us. Let's make sure that we can answer back somehow, whether it be rotation, whether it be comms, whether it be whatever. And I think that's our biggest thing to get back to that Major 1 form, because Major 1 we were like, I mean, obviously we were clutching a lot, so, like, the game feels good, but it's like we just had something that was so consistent that it was, like, impossible to, like, lose, I guess.
All right. Bye, Ben.
Obviously, speaking on the day-to-day stuff, you're going to play Faze tomorrow. Is that sort of your biggest concern going into Faze, or is there, like, 1 or 2 other things you guys want to work on to clean up from today and yesterday?
I think the biggest thing going into tomorrow is, without, like, harping on too much, is just right now search. I think is going to be the biggest thing to beat them. Their search and destroy is godlike, and I think the series that they do lose is, like, that's the game mode that gets iffy for them. If we can steal a respawn, which anybody can steal a respawn in this game, I think if we're dominant in that S&D, a series goes from maybe 1-1, it's, like, comfortable, to being down 0-2, like, teams freak out. So that's, like, our biggest thing, to, like, either be able to dominate them 2-0, or, like, if they take a respawn, we're able to answer back and level the playing field.
Well, listen, Kismet, congratulations on making it to Championship Sunday. Thank you for hopping on. Good luck the rest of the way, my man. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Desk, back to you.
Thank you, Flank. Great stuff again. Day 3 in the books.